I was thinking about this, how, well, I've been trying to sort of start booking gigs myself, but like, how do you get over the fact that you're like, hey, I make music, you should pay me?
Yeah. Yeah. You have to throw it out there. I think, most of the time, gigs who are going to pay you are just like, how much do you charge?
Yeah.
And you give them a price. If they don't talk money, they're not going to pay you, and stop that conversation immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think just like being upfront that you're serious about it and you're worth it, like making a solid EPK, which I'm sure you you have, and sending it out there, getting it out there.
Because I also feel like, I don't know, it's really difficult nowadays being, I mean, I guess it's probably always been, but it's a different sphere before it was kind of like, if you get signed onto a label, like that's where your thing exists, and you sort of, that's promotion is built into the machine,
right?
But now it's like everyone is a product. Everyone
right.
is
it's pretty freelance now that it's not the 1950s.
Yeah, and I don't know, like, what do you think the future of that is? Is it just always going to be like, yeah, I just listened to this one person I discovered on Bandcamp, or are there still heavy hitters? Will there be a Taylor Swift of tomorrow?
I don't know. I kind of like, this is going to sound pessimistic. I think we're all doomed. I think the future of music is one-hit wonders, and I think you really have to sell yourself now if you want people to pursue you and be dedicated fans. I read once that it only takes 1,000 dedicated fans that are willing to spend, I think, $10 on you or maybe $100 on you. I can't remember. And then you'll be able to be a successful musician. And I think there's a lot of things that aren't music related that take building that.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm not good at. So I'm terrible at all social media and internet things, which is how you get them. Also, like, going at your gig and afterwards talking to people, which is so scary because you just, like, bared your heart and soul to them, and now they're just like, do you want me to buy you a beer?
Right.
And so.
And that's something else that's, like, weird for me because, I mean, I'm trying to break in, but it's, one, I have 2 jobs and I am working on a master's degree, so time is not really something that I have.
Right. Yeah, you're a busy bee.
But then, like, everything starts at, like, 10.
Right. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know.
And,
I
like,
have a lot of time. So.
Right. And I'll like, whenever I can, I'll go to things, but it's just, geez.
Right.
I have to go home. I have class in the morning. Like, that's still a thing.
I'm going to ask you an interviewee question.
Go for it. Yeah, this is a conversation.
Yeah, so, like, what do you want to do with music if you're pursuing your master's, and you probably don't want to be, like, a rock star,
Well,
unless you do. That's cool.
Yeah,
you can do it all. But.
There's sort of, like, it's sort of vaguely become 2 things. I went into music production because I wanted to compose music for video games. I still want to compose music for video games.
Yeah.
But it's also, I am falling somewhere in between, because whenever I graduated high school, I was like, I want to just be, like, a singer, and that's what that was going to be.
Right.
But then I had also, like, never taken a voice lesson in my life. And so I was like, yeah, let's go for it. And it's like, hey, you weren't accepted into music performance at UCO because you don't know how to sing.
Oh,
and
no.
I'm like, oh, yeah, that sure is a thing.
Oh, right. You have to sing to be a singer.
So, like, the dream of, like, being an artist was sort of put away for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then it became, for a little bit, it was like, do a music teacher. But then if you want to be an artist and that works out, that's cool too. But,
Right.
you know, be a music teacher.
Yeah.
And then once I came here for production, and I was doing a lot more songwriting and composition as well. It's
Mm-hmm.
kind of like both.
Right.
So, people like, I don't really listen to Frank Zappa,
Right.
but Frank Zappa has like singer songwriter music and like rock music, but
Yeah.
he also has composed chamber music.
Right.
And that's something that I really like. I'm really into that.
Yeah.
And so not being anywhere in specifically like, oh, I'm, you know, a composer, whatever
Mhm.
that means,
Mhm.
or I'm a musician, whatever that means.
Yeah.
It's a bit of both. So I think just making music and whatever that turns into,
Mhm.
whether it be I'm making music for a video game or a
Right.
film score or putting
Yeah.
out an album, it's all the same thing. I still make music.
Yeah. You're still like, that's what you're like doing and stuff. I really respect that. I think that's kind of what the same vibe Dr. Pants had going into it. Is
Yeah,
that he
yeah.
just kind of like wanted to do it all, and like you
Mhm.
can do it all.
Yeah.
You know, I don't see why people or musicians want to put like I'm a touring musician only.
Mhm.
You know, like do it all if you can.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
if you have enough time, do it all.
And that's something that's kind of the conversation I was having with Rosalind is that
Mhm.
whenever you put yourself in a genre, then you're kind of stuck there.
Yeah.
And it really sucks because if you want to go anywhere else,
Mhm.
you're just like, well, can I just either people change their names or get with different groups or whatever it might be.
Right.
It just becomes really difficult to do that.
Yeah.
But that's why I sort of have been trying to do the opposite of that. And it's like,
just
my
doing
name
it
is
all.
Santiago Ramones. I do anything and everything.
Right. Yeah, I feel like I've definitely kind of dug myself into this weird, like, folk indie thing that I'm not sure. I would love to be an indie rock musician, but I'm probably not cool enough. So I definitely don't know enough on guitar to do it.
Pretty sure every indie rock musician is like, oh, I'm not cool enough to like.
Good, so I'm on the right track.
Right.
No.
Like, Death Guy for Cutie has been like one of my favorite bands for a long time. But like, Ben Gibbard is still kind of an awkward dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's been famous for a long time now, but he's still kind of an awkward dude.
Right. Yeah, no, he is cool. I don't know.
He is cool.
Yeah, but he is just like I don't know. I think it's dope to see him on, like, I've never seen him live, but like
Right.
on videos and stuff to just kind of like be living in it. But I don't think that if you were ever like in an elevator with him and you were like, so how's your day? And he'd be like, good, fine, good.
Yeah, exactly.
know, like be super weird about it.
Right. And maybe he's probably more used to it now since he's had to deal with, random fans that go up to him and be like, your music has touched my soul. And it's like, cool, we're beyond small talk right now.
Gosh dang it, I just wanted to talk about the weather.
Yeah.
No.
But no, that's actually the opposite with me. Like, I don't really enjoy small talk.
Right.
Like, I was a cashier at Sprouts for a little while.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
And that is
Just small talk.
just small talk.
Yeah.
And well, I'm sure you know too. You cut
Being
hair.
a hairdresser, that's all I get all day. And I'm actually, like, I know you can't tell because I'm talking really fast and like, but I'm super introverted.
Mm.
And so small talk is about as far as I want to go with some people. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, there's every now and then you get somebody who's just like good vibes and stuff, and like they're just like so aliens, and you're like, okay, this is gonna be a good day.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm super comfortable with small talk for the most part, unless it's like about the weather or the news or something, because I probably didn't watch it.
Right. Well, maybe lately small talk is dying because the talk is not small anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, how about that weather? Climate change.
Yeah.
Hey, how about the news? Like, we're all going to die.
Yeah.
Oh, great. So there's...
Death is inevitable.
Yeah, there is no small talk anymore.
Right. Yeah.
But I mean, I'm sort of incapable of small talk now. I have a podcast where I talk to people about deep shit. So
just skip it all and go straight to the good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But since you brought it up, aliens?
Aliens? Hell yes. Why would there be... I think about this a lot, so this is kind of embarrassing.
Go for it.
But, like, we're in a universe, and there's probably other life in this universe, but, like, what are black holes? What is everything? You know, like, there's probably a completely different universe, and I kind of believe in, like, parallel universe, or, like, you know, like, or... you know, the upside down or whatever. I kind of think that's maybe not with aliens and stuff like that, but like, I don't know. Who knows? It could be something. Or like maybe there's 14 other Maddies doing a podcast right now doing a much better job. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think aliens are real. I think everything.
Do you know about multiverse theory?
I don't.
So multiverse theory is basically like there's an infinite number of alternate universes.
Oh, really?
It's the multiverse, which infinity is a hard concept to grasp. But this is a fun fact I've stated on the podcast now like 3 times. But there are infinities larger than other infinities.
Oh my god, I can't. My brain. I can't even understand how there's like has to be a beginning to everything, or time? What is that? Like, it's crazy.
Right. Well, if you consider relativity, because Einstein was like, hey, how about this? And then broke everything. Because relativity is, like, it's just a formula. It's E equals mc squared. But what it says is that time, not necessarily, but time moves differently with different energy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So time goes by slightly faster on the sun than it does on Pluto, for example.
Weird.
There's more energy near the sun and more mass.
Oh my god.
And so time is relatively faster.
So, okay, I have a question. If you weren't getting burned up alive on the sun, would you be aging super quickly, you think?
I suppose, yeah. I mean, it depends how relative, because once you're getting to, because the sun, in the vast expanse of the universe, the sun is not that big.
Right.
It's huge to us, but it's not that big.
Right.
But to some of like the biggest stars or whatever, you could just be like orbiting one of the biggest stars, and you won't be aging necessarily rapidly. Like you'll be perceiving time the same way, like normal.
Right.
But whenever you would go back to Earth,
it'd be like so many years.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Have you ever seen Interstellar?
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's what they were...
Blows my mind. Right. Yeah.
Because they were in between 2 black holes, and so there's a whole lot of energy and mass near black holes.
Right.
Or was it suns? It doesn't matter. A lot of energy and mass. Right. And so every minute spent on that planet was 7 years in Earth time.
That's crazy. That is so crazy.
And that's scientifically sound. So,
I mean, and like, okay, so I'm not saying that I would ever go to space or that, like, I don't know, maybe you would go to space, but like, would you jump into a black hole? Because I kind of feel like I might.
If I was done, I guess.
Yeah. I know you mean, like, I don't know. Like if you were about to die. Or,
yeah. Well, if I'm like, all right, so I'm like, 112, whatever. Since medicine's going to be whatever at that point. It's like, I feel pretty good. I'm good to go. And if I have the means, like, sure.
Yeah.
Let's see what's up.
Right. What if you jump into it and then I don't know, you're like, next thing you know, you're coming out of another mom's vajayjay.
Yeah.
And then, like, it all starts back over. I don't know. That's where religion kind of gets all,
exactly.
like, crazy for me is because I'm very, like, one of your 3 things. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. Who's God's God? Does he have one?
Yeah.
But I feel like that was really off topic.
I don't remember if I've talked about it on the podcast before, but I did do a short one that talked about time. And so in the 4th dimension, time is a constant sort of spatially, if that makes sense. So we only experience one point of time ever. But in the 4th dimension, time is just always. You'd sort of see like a snake of yourself, both forward and backwards of time, theoretically.
I would love to experience that. It's like, that would be awesome.
But people have sort of had thoughts about how God here is a 4th dimensional being.
Yeah.
Who is able to, he or they experience time from beginning to end and see it as a constant.
Right.
And so, yeah, you're here then, but you will be here.
Also then.
Over there.
Wow. Oh my God, I think you just broke my brain. I think that is God. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I think he probably is a 4th dimensional. Wow. Yep.
Right, but then there's more greater dimensions.
Are there
beyond
like
that.
80 dimensions or like infinity?
It's hard to conceptualize.
Yeah, my brain can't do it.
Dimensions like we have them are directions. So whenever you move forward or backwards, that's like depth. Whenever you move up and down, that's height. Whenever you move left or right, that's width. So we have those things.
Right.
I'm doing a hand thing on a podcast, which is audio.
That looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I made a 4th dimensional cube with my hands. You can't prove it,
Yes.
but so in the 4th dimension, time is a direction.
Oh. I don't know if I like that. I do like it, like, to think about it, but you're right. It's hard to conceptualize.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, how would that visually, audibly, like, how would it all look and feel and be? It's crazy.
And that's where it's sort of difficult with our experience because we only have this.
Right. Have you ever seen Lucy where they like how we can only use 10% of our brain and then she could use like all of it? And so I guess that's kind of like going into that. I think it would be so cool if we could do it all and visualize it all. And
Right. Do you know about the singularity?
Tell me.
So singularity is basically like if every sort of mind were to like go into one and have like not necessarily infinite knowledge, but just all of the knowledge that we have.
Yeah.
So it's feasible, I guess, hypothetically right now. Not right now, but the way that we can conceptualize it is if we were to upload our minds to the computer.
That is what I was just thinking. I was like, so basically the internet?
Yeah,
like, it is like, if you think about it, the internet is kind of like if everyone were to log on and upload all of their thoughts and stuff, then it basically is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in a weird way, we're already moving towards that by having stuff like social media where people do just like, I had a thought of this today.
Yeah.
Post.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But then we would all become one. Mm-hmm. So that's another sort of concept of God that, because there are different concepts of God through different religions, because some people have seen it as God is just this other who takes part in our lives, but then other people see it as the universe is God. Mm-hmm. And so if we all become one, we all become the universe, then we become one with God.
Wow. I like it. I think that's probably correct. I don't know. I think everything's right whenever I think about it too long. I'm like, yeah, that's probably how things are.
Yeah. Thinking back to aliens, though, I don't know if this is it's called the Fermi paradox, which is, so the universe is infinite. Mm-hmm. That's sort of the first thing about it. So given the vast expanse of the universe being infinite, then there's probably other life. Mm-hmm. So where is it?
I don't know. That's why I would jump down the black hole. Because I think you would, like, pop right into a, like, alien suburbia. I don't know.
So the thing about... So people have talked about different reasons as to why that would be. One is, I guess, the biggest stretch, which is they're already here.
Yeah.
Two, it's like they never get advanced enough to be able to, like, contact us. So maybe there's, like, a great sort of... It culls civilizations or whatever before they get to be interstellar.
Wait, I kind of have... Okay, so
Go
this
for
is going to be a little bit embarrassing, but I have thought for the longest time, you know, the, like, they're already here or whatever. Okay, so going kind of on religion or whatever, you know, the Noah's Ark and the water or whatever. I was like, okay, so big stretch. What if that wasn't God sending the water and that was aliens? Because have you ever seen deep sea creatures? Like, I think those beasts are probably, I don't know. Like, if they were aliens, I would believe it. But I also think that, like, there's probably so much life out there that, like, some of them probably aren't advanced. Some of them might be more advanced.
Right.
I think if the human race were to live long enough, make it long enough, we'd probably become advanced enough to venture out.
Right.
Far enough to know.
If we can. Because, like, going back to the Fermi paradox, like, if there is a great culling of, once you get to this point, this is either you destroy yourself or you make it through.
Right.
So
maybe our bodies are too perishable to experience it all. But I don't know.
Yeah. Which is why I would upload myself to the singularity.
I think I don't know. That's where, like, as soon as I was just like, I think I might, my, like, religious was just like, don't do it. Don't do it. That's what the devil wants you to do. Oh my God.
Well, I mean, because being one with the everything, right. I'm open to that.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Right.
But then the other part, I don't know if there's, like, a term for it. I haven't really heard anyone else discuss it other than me who's thought of it. I'm not the first one who's thought of it.
You're right.
But time. Like, given how vast the universe is, both in space but also time,
right?
Humans have been around for, like, a blip. Of
right.
The vast time of the universe.
Yeah.
And so it's like, here's the clock, here's where it's, you know, all of the universe from the beginning to now. And, like, we're just the tiny, like, we're not even a second in the clock of the universe.
Yeah, that's great. And, like, even just thinking about America, like, we've only been around for, like, not that long.
Yeah.
And it, like, I don't know. It's crazy. I think, and, like, also, what if we're not even the first, like, we're over here being, like, if some people don't believe in aliens, they're like, no, that doesn't exist. What if we're not even, like, the first life to be in our universe?
Yeah,
you know, like, like, if you believe in the Big Bang Theory or whatever, which, like, I don't know. I think the first part of the Bible could line up with maybe even the Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
So, like, what if there was another Earth? Or, I don't know. It probably wasn't called Earth. They probably thought of something really cool. And there probably were, like, I don't know. Really cool. Where? I don't know. Cool.
Yeah. Well, there's actually other stories and sci-fi and stuff. The 60s and 70s were really good for science fiction for whatever reason.
So.
But we're sort of like the second trial of humanity, if that makes sense, or the third or whatever it could be. So it's just like in the Halo lore. I don't know if you play any video games, but the lore in Halo actually goes pretty deep.
Right.
It's like humans were around before as like this huge interstellar like species, and then there was this other species that was also like that.
Right.
And then that other species got mad at the humans and reduced them to primordial beings back on Earth. But like Earth had already been established as this like highly technological whatever.
Thing,
and,
I'd believe it.
So I mean, anything is possible, I guess.
That's kind of where I'm at. I think every like anything that we can think of is probably out there somewhere. I don't know.
What have you been listening to or watching or again playing, if you play any video games, that you want other people to know about?
Yeah. Trying to think. On the science fiction thing, I think if you haven't watched Stranger Things, you probably should.
Yeah.
Have you watched it? You like it? Yeah. I think that show's amazing. I think all of the actors are amazing. I'm trying to think of, like, I really don't watch that much television. I really like old romantic comedies from the 80s. So that's kind of what I've been into recently. But, like, music-wise, I've been trying to branch out some. I'm tired of what I've been listening to. I'm very lazy when it comes to finding new music, so I'll just let Spotify play new stuff for me. And then if I, like, recently I've been listening to a lot of local artists just because I'm like, if I don't support them, who's going to support me?
Yeah.
So have you ever heard of Samantha Crane?
Mm-mm.
You haven't? Okay, so she's like, I think she's getting more into indie. She released an album in 2017, that was more indie rock, except there was some like slide steel guitar and stuff like that in a couple of them. But she's more like a folk indie rock type thing. And she's fantastic, and her songwriting is really good. But I'm so lame. I stick with, like, the stuff that I do. You know, like, I've been kind of listening to a lot of Nathaniel Ratliff. Do you know?
Ratliff?
I think so.
And the Night Sweats?
Yes. They are best band on the planet, probably? I don't know. I think...
Them's fighting words.
Yeah, they are. I think they're amazing. And Caden actually, well, I think Caden and Roslyn both kind of ganged up on me. We're just like, you're not listening to him? So now I'm listening to him, and I think he's the best thing ever. So, what about you? What have you been mediating?
I fell back into Sunlux. It's like... I first heard of Sunlux because of Sephra.
Oh, really?
Because I think, like, one of the first days of, like, class here, she was like, I really dig Sunlux. And I'm like, I wrote that down.
Yeah.
But I'd like written it down and never got back to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then she like said it again at the start of another class. And I'm like, man, she really likes Sunlux.
Yeah.
And I wrote it down again. And then at one point, I actually listened to Sunlux. And I'm like, whoa, this is really good.
Is awesome.
I can see why that is.
Yeah.
And that actually kind of falls into the whole like composer musician sort of thing.
Right.
Sunlux sort of sits in between that too, in that it started out as one guy, Ryan Lott is his name, and he's a classically trained pianist, but his first album is really overproduced. That's usually a negative term.
Yeah.
But he did so much with the sounds that made it really unique. I'd
love to listen to him. I'll have to write Sunlux. Yeah.
Sonlux.
Got it.
There's a space, but
okay.
And their new album came out this year.
As soon as you spelled it out, I'm just like, I think I've listened to like one or two of their things.
Right. Well, the other weird thing is that other like bigger artists sample them. Fall Out Boy sampled them. Halsey sampled them, and I think Lorde did too.
Yeah.
And they also have a version of a Sunlux song that Lorde sang.
Really?
So
wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But Sunlux does just crazy stuff with production and composition and instrumentation and everything. That really tickles the composer mind and the artist mind.
Right. You get your fill. Yeah.
And then Moses Sumney, who he is this artsy as hell black dude that just like he sings mostly in falsetto and he has a beautiful voice. And that is, you know how like we call musicians artists, but
right. Yeah.
He is an artist.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's something that like whenever I first listened to Moses Sumney, I actually stumbled upon him through there's this podcast called Song Exploder. That's a really cool podcast if you're not already listening to it. It's just like even if you don't like the artists who are on there, it's still really cool to see like, oh, that's how they did that thing. And
they kind of break it all down for you.
And it helps to like hear their different methods, even like songwriting wise, but also production wise. Yeah. Because they'll like, oh yeah, I first thought of this song whenever I was blank. And it's like, oh, this, chart topping artist wrote this song the same way that I write songs.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Knowing all the methods is so good. Like whenever you are struggling to be creative, I think knowing different methods to try out is always, it breeds creativity. I think. So yeah, it's a good podcast.
And then, no, it's been mostly that and still clipping because I can't stop listening to clipping. They also put Sunlux and clipping have puzzles in their music. It's weird to say, but there's with Sunlux, there's a melody from his first album that is snuck into a song in every other album.
Right. That's cool.
And then clipping had like almost literal puzzles. They put Morse code with there's like a term for like military like letter speaking like Alpha Romeo.
Yeah.
Blah, blah. Yeah.
Yeah. That was weird.
They had a track with that. a track that had Morse code, and one of the songs says the keyword to the Vigenère cipher of the thing. So it's
Oh my gosh.
they put puzzles in the thing.
Yeah.
And people have already like figured it out mostly.
Right, and posted it and ruined it for everyone.
Right, but still, like, clipping is genius.
Yeah, that's really cool. I don't think I would ever think to do something like that. So that's really cool that they pursued being different and putting puzzles in their music to keep it interesting.
Well, no, because that's something that I've kind of wanted to do myself. Plus, it also gives you something to do with the music, because it's one thing to just kind of write a song and have that be the song. It's like, like guitar, drums, bass, whatever. It's all there.
Right.
But then the artist that really, like, makes something kind of the next level, it's like, oh, hey, there's thunder sounds and darker days. That really, like, makes it feel a lot more fleshed out. There's train sounds and the thing, like...
Yeah.
And I appreciate that about your EP. But, like, the artists that go the extra mile to, like, put something else in there and make it more than just music. Right. It becomes an experience. It becomes something better than that.
Yeah, I agree. That's important as a music consumer to be able to experience. And also, like, as far as, like, lyrics and stuff, like, listening to a song that, like, I remember in songwriting, I feel like all of my experiences happened in songwriting. But David played a song and then asked us all what we thought the artist was trying to talk about. And, like, I remember everyone was kind of leaning towards, like, a couple on a train or something like that. And then I was just like, I think it's, like, a mother and daughter situation going on here because they never really assigned sexes and stuff in the song. And so I think that's – and that made me want to be, like, a better songwriter and just, like, write shit that is open for whatever you need as a person to –
Yeah.
So I think that it's really cool that even that you are seeking out people who do that more.
Yeah. Can we talk about songwriting for a little bit?
Let's do it. Let's get into it.
Because I relate to the way that you write songs a lot too, because, I mean, I'm 22. I haven't had very many experiences myself either. So, I'll just tell stories and make something up.
Yeah.
And so I feel like I've had the thought, but I haven't implemented it enough. I really like whenever songs change like one or two words in the chorus and it like changes the whole meaning.
The whole thing. Yeah, no, I would love to write just a hard-hitting song like that, you know? Like, I'm really big on writing music that kind of, or at least now I am, like with Avon Lady, the song that I have written recently that's not anywhere, and I'm sorry. I wish it was because I'd probably listen to it, which is cheesy, but the verses and stuff are like, or the first verse is, she's knocking on your door, I can't even think, but like everything's just like, what's going on? Like, why is this? And then like whenever the chorus is very upfront and like the Avon lady killed her husband in the Navy, you know, like it's very just like, oh, holy shit, like that's what that was all about.
Yeah.
So I'd like to get more into it and like just write a song that just fucks people up.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's something that I find myself doing sometimes too. It's that either I'll be really upfront and then sometimes I'll just, how can I make this as vague as possible, but still have enough of the words there to be able to...
that somebody is just like, oh.
Yeah,
wow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And because, I mean, there are some... Like, my favorite band is Radiohead. but I don't know all of the words to all their songs.
Yeah.
And that's kind of not really the point either.
Yeah.
But their lyrics are also just so weird that it's just, I don't know what the song is about. Like, there's so many songs that I've listened to, like, on repeat so many times by them, and like, I still have no idea what it's about.
Speaking of Radiohead, I'm not, I've listened to a couple of their stuff, but I'm not, like, I couldn't consider myself, like, a big fan. But even just their most popular one, Creep, that's, like, the I want to have control or whatever, you're like, control over what? What is he saying? You know, like I think that one's more pointed and, like, targeted towards, you know, like, it's not so much open up for interpretation, but their lyrics are still vague enough that, like, whatever you kind of want to have control over your life, you're just like, oh, okay, I get that. He probably means that he wants to end taxes or, you know, like, not at all. But but I feel like they're just vague enough to be relatable and to be able to connect yourself.
That's something I realized about Linkin Park is that all of, at least earlier Linkin Park, all of Linkin Park lyrics were vague enough to mean anything.
Right.
And I think almost intentionally so.
Yeah. I hope so. That would be, I don't know. I think that makes a writer turn from just like an okay writer to exceptional.
Right.
So I hope they were, you know, the 8th grader inside me that rocked out to some Linkin Park is like, well, I hope so, because I was able to connect to that whenever I was 13.
Right.
You know?
But then it's also different stuff. Like, it's weird. It's different layers of songwriting, because sometimes you do want to be really vague, but then other times it's whenever you are really pointed and direct, it's like that really hits hard too.
Right.
And for whatever reason, I can't think of an example right now. But also sometimes songs are really pointed and direct for you. Mm-hmm. Like, maybe, oh, this thing happened, and I remember that the glass was turned over on the coffee table, and, like, the blue liquid was spilling everywhere. It's like, what is going on here? And it's like, no, but for you, that memory was, like, right there. Right. I just made that up. That's not a memory.
Yeah. Blue liquid, what?
Adam Marquez told me about Damien Rice.
Okay.
And Damien Rice's music is like, he's very much like guy with a guitar. Mm-hmm. He's Irish or Scottish or something like that.
I think he's Irish.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
His songs are really specific. Like, a very specific situations in his life. But it's also like, whenever you listen to it, you feel the pain and the whatever that he was expressing right then, even if you never lived through. Right.
So it kind of makes it worth your listening experience, you know? But I think you have to have a certain charisma to write songs like that. Like he does. He can put the emotion behind it.
Yeah.
I feel like people who have been through shit can, like, just write a good song, you know? And even though, like, I've never been through anything, just listening to it, I can, like, break down and cry if the song's good enough, you know? And if they have enough conviction in it. I feel like you can pull off a really specific song, but I couldn't. I don't think. I don't think so.
What's the last song that made you cry?
I'm trying to think. Okay, Oil and Lavender, or Lavender and Oil by Nathaniel Ratliff or Cliff. I don't know. And it's so, like, it's kind of an emo song or whatever, like, or not the vibe of it at all, but, like, the lyrics and stuff. And I was just, like, listening to it, and for some reason connected to it in some strange way, even though I've never lived through anything that experience was about. it hit home.
Yeah.
For me. I cry a lot in the car, listening to music, and every now and then I'll just like hear a song and not even care what it's about. I'll just be like listening. I think Tyler Childers. Do you know him?
Mm-mm.
He's a kind of a folk rock singer. I don't even care what words are coming out of his mouth, but he just does it with so much conviction that I'm just like, oh, there's my heart.
Yeah.
What about you? Last song you cried to? Santiago's a man. He doesn't cry.
No, I definitely do cry. And no, I actually really, as weird as it sounds, like I really enjoy whenever a song makes me cry.
Yeah.
Probably Present Tense by Radiohead.
Really?
It's from their most recent 2 years ago album, which that entire album is just sadness. But
I have to listen to it now.
But Present Tense is strangely, I mean, it's happy. It's a good song, but it's like grounded in a sadness that and it just in the like bridge of the song he says, "In you I'm lost. I won't step out when the penny drops. I won't stop now, won't slack off, or all this love will be in vain." And that line like really hits me hard.
Yeah.
It hits me hard both knowing the situation of the song, but also having the context of like, I've been with my girlfriend for 8 years.
Yeah.
And so if that were to go away, that would hit really hard.
Right, yeah.
Or all this love would be in vain.
Right.
Like, dang.
Like if you can't make it through, like you said, the penny dropping or whatever. Yeah. I think that would probably, if I was in an 8-year relationship, that would probably hit home with me. Right now I could probably listen to it and feel nothing. No, I'm kidding.
But then also, like, with the song itself, like, he was on the brink of separating with his wife at the time whenever the album was made. And then they put out the album, and then they got divorced, and then she died.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like all of that sort of hits. Yeah.
That is so sad.
But yeah, that whole album just hits really, really hard.
Yeah. Well, especially if he was in that kind of mindset whenever he was going through the writing process.
Yeah, exactly.
I could imagine. That's intense.
But then I don't know if anyone else gets this feeling, but there are times whenever I'm listening to a song and whenever something like sounds really good or feels really good, I'll like physically and like verbally go, ah, like, yes.
Yes.
What's the last song that made you do that?
I'm trying to think. There sometimes just melodically somebody will do something or have like a little like flick in their voice or something, and I'm like, yes, this is why I should listen to music 24/7. The last song I can remember just going kind of nuts for is Passenger has this one song that's like about, I don't know, finding a love or like a love in a coffee shop or something like that. And I forget the lyric, but something about the rain. Like I only came inside to get out of the rain, but now that she's here, let it blow. Yeah, let it, something like that. And I'm like, whoa, like that was amazing. That was such a great way to put everything because it just set up everything visually for a song that doesn't have any visuals, you know, like while you're listening to it in your car. So that was the last one that I was just like, that was perfect. He couldn't have written that any better, you know?
Yeah.
What about you?
There's. I'm trying to place when. So I'm thinking of two different ones. The first one that I thought of is there's this clipping song called "Our Time," and clipping tells a lot of stories too. But it's weird because clipping is a rap band, group, whatever. But there's not that much rapping in it. It's really the chorus that has like this female singer on it, and whenever the final chorus hits, there's like this really distorted. I don't know what it is. It's a synth or something, but it's just like you have to listen to clipping really loud. But whenever it hits, it's just like it feels like the song should.
Right.
And then I think I can't remember which Sunlux song it was, but it was a Sunlux song that just like, again, all of the sounds that they put together is just really cool.
Yeah.
And maybe I get a lot more out of sonic things. Like I get that feeling more out of sonic experiences rather than word experiences.
Right.
But there are times whenever like a line that I've heard so many times will like hit me and I'm like, oh.
Like,
oh.
Yeah, like a song that you've been listening to for so long and then you finally realize that they did something clever with the lyrics is amazing. But I get it most of the time with like melodies and stuff too, or instrumentals, but I've never, like I can't, it's just so quick that you're just like, oh my God, it like makes you feel just pure happiness whenever something happens melodically, but I can't think of like any specific song.
Yeah.
You know, because it just kind of, I think you have to be in the right mindset too to be like, wow, that was freaking great. Yeah.
But I don't know why it's always like love stuff that hits me really hard.
Because you're in love.
Yeah, I guess. But there's but it's always like a lot of context to it because it's never just the words itself. It's like everything surrounding it that makes it that much heavier.
Right.
There's a clipping song that the onboard computer on a spaceship falls in love with an escaped slave on the ship. It's a weird story. But like at the start of the song, she's like reporting back to like whoever is supposed to be in charge. She's like, warning, mothership reporting, like this guy is taking over the ship. But then by the end of the song, like a lot of time has gone by and she's like, hey, everything's fine. Do not pursue. And if you do, I will have no choice but to destroy you. And then the line, this love will be defended at all costs. Do not fuck with it.
Yeah.
And it's just like, ooh, ow.
Right.
Yes.
Felt that one. Yeah. And I'm sure that goes for everyone who is a music listener, which is probably everyone. Yeah. That, like, you have to be in it to feel it the right way.
Yeah.
Unless it's something like just a feel-good song, then I think everyone... Well, I don't know. You like, if you were depressed and you were listening to a feel-good song, you'd probably be like, this is trash. I want to listen to Adele. I think for me, a band that gets me the most is... why am I forgetting their name? They have a song called Shark Smile. That's all I can't... Big Thief. Oh my gosh, I hate myself for forgetting that. Do you listen to Big Thief? You don't? Okay. They have just so many, like, their lyrics are pretty weird and it's kind of like Shark Smile, what?
Right.
But they, whenever the song calls for it, they'll do like just this crazy like electric guitar thing that I'm like, this is why I'm in music. And this is amazing. And I think I can be in any mood and listen to Big Thief and be like, this is perfect. This is great.
Is there a song that you've made that you feel like could be that for someone?
Oh my God, I hope so.
Like this is your time to like brag, like this song is the shit.
Right. I feel like Swim personally for other musicians, after I finished it, I was like, if I ever make it, you know, and like many people are listening to my stuff, I hope this song can be like a motivator for a young girl wanting to pursue music because like my favorite line, and so I feel such a dork bragging on myself.
No, but I told you to brag about yourself.
But my favorite line in that song is, and I'll be real nice, act like a woman should, except for saying a few words only a sailor could. And after I wrote that, I was just like, that is relatable to me, but I hope to God it's relatable to somebody else because, like, such a thing that's been a theme in my life is how a woman should act and stuff and how you should be as a girl. And I just want one person to be like, you know what? Like, I can relate to that. And I feel like at my gigs and stuff, whenever I get some smiles or laughs or giggles during that line, I'm like, oh, yes. Yes, exactly. I love that. I don't think melodically I have reached the skill set that I need to give that to somebody, though. I don't think I can write. I mean, maybe. No, I don't. I think my voice is unique enough for somebody who listens to it and has never heard me speak or know me or whatever. Maybe to be like, wow, that's really good. I hope. But I haven't reached it melodically, and that's the next goal as far as like practice time and stuff for me, to just get really freaking good at hitting people with my songwriting. Or not the songwriting, but like the melodies. You know. But yeah, I think Swim. Have you ever listened to Swim?
I've listened to your EP more than a few times.
Yay. So should you, listener. But I think that's the one that, after it was done, the reason why I put it in was solely to hit somebody, you know, other than myself. Because there's a lot of, like, stretches. Like, I didn't leave home, but the chorus is, I'm leaving, never looking back, you know, something like that. And I don't think I ever could leave home. I went to Nashville in the early spring, and I was like, this is terrible. I hate this so much. Like, and it was only for it was like for 6 days. And I was like, I could never do this. This is not for me. But I think if I ever went on tour, you know, it'd be different because I would be doing things that I liked and spending time with people that I like. Not that I didn't like everyone in Nashville, if you're listening. I don't know how broad this bit depth community is, but if you were in Nashville with me and I went to like a songwriter retreat, there were just some folks there that wanted to hit it big, and I was like, oh, I hate this.
Yeah.
But so I don't particularly super relate to Swim, but I really, really hope somebody else does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if I have a song that's out that does that, but I don't. It's a song that I perform, but
what are themes in your music? Do you write a lot of love songs?
I can't write love songs. I don't know.
Love songs are hard. Yeah. If you're not in the pop or country community, I think love songs are hard.
So far, it's a lot of like hypothetical situations or characters or something. So like one of the first songs I ever wrote was like I heard this story. I think Tom Hanks was on a podcast telling about how there was an argument at NASA about whenever they changed the logo a little bit and people were upset about it. And so I extrapolated that situation into like a whole bigger thing, as if like NASA shut down because they were like changing the logo.
Right.
But like that's a really old song. Yeah. But now it's turned into more like I wrote a song from the perspective of a drug addict.
Right.
And I've never been a drug addict, but
I've written one from the perspective of a drug addict. Yeah.
And I feel like that song's called The Vicious Cycle. I feel like that one, I really get into it. And I feel like that one hits hard. And I feel like there's a lot of good lines in there.
Yeah.
And then another one from the perspective of a soldier who comes home with PTSD, and like then like the ghosts of the people that he killed like come back to him, and like,
oh my God, I'm gonna write all of Santiago's songs now. These are all like such good stories.
But that is a lot of where it's been coming from. I just try and find something like, ooh, that's interesting thought to follow. Go on with that.
Right.
But it's a little bit, I think I'm trying to make it more than just telling a story, but always relating it to like something like, hey, we could be doing this better as a human race.
As everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like the song's called Trauma from the point of view of the soldier. It is kind of like, hey, like, why are we doing this to people and just having them come home and not be able to deal with anything, all of that mess.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's a great perspective on the whole thing. You know, I feel like there have been many songs about war that few have been from like after the fact. Most of them are like during it, you know. Yeah. So like that's pretty cool.
But yeah, I think thank you for doing this with me.
No problem.
It's been a lot of fun. We ran the gamut from trying to get gigs to space and songwriting. Yeah. It's great.
Yeah, covered all the bases today.
Where can we find you and your things? Yeah,
find me on social media at Keathley Music if you want to. If you want to find my EP, Mama and Pops, you can stream it or you can download it. You should download it and purchase it from Apple Music, Bandcamp. You can stream it on Spotify. Just look up Keathley. Ooh, I should spell Keathley because it was spelled at a gig just recently so terribly. So it is Keathley.
How can someone... Like, I mean, I guess they
so
can,
it was spelled Keithley. I think they just were like, how do I spell Keith again? And then they spelled Keith, and they were like, Lee. This is easy.
You know, like Keith.
Yeah.
Keathley.
Yeah. It was a lot to handle. But yeah, find me anywhere you want to find me. Cool.
Yeah. So... Again, thank you for doing this with me.
No problem.
I'm Santiago Ramones.
I'm Maddie Llewellyn.
You can find everything that I do on my website, santiagoramones.com. You can listen to this podcast through Apple Podcasts, on YouTube, on Stitcher, or through my website. And all of those things, you can leave comments or reviews, and you can say nice things. And I also have music. You can download or pay for my demo called Songs with Words. I always end my podcast with my 3 things. They shape my life philosophy. Those 3 things are: love never fails, it's going to be okay, I might be wrong.